lo le le nana pu le ua i longa o na po e i ua i mea i a u malava talu o na mua i whai whaafeta tai lo le le i whaafeta i lo le le. I will read from the reading of the International Bible Reading Association's lectionary, which is taken from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 29 and 30. Let us hear the word of God. I will ask you one question. Answer me. I will tell you by what authority I am doing these things. John's baptism, was it from heaven or of human origin? Tell me. Ona tali atu leo Yesu ia te ilatou, o te fesili atu fo i se upu e tasi ia te autou. Ia autou tali mai ai ia te a. Ona o tau atu ai lea ia te autou le pule o te whai ai nei mea. O le baptisonga Ioane, pe mai le langi ea, pe mai tangata. Ina tali mai ai ia te a. The theme for this morning is the authority of Jesus is questioned. Ua fesilingia le pule a Yesu. O le uputau ave a le tātou atunu. O le ala le pule o le tautua. The pathway to authority is to serve. To serve, but not to be served. Tāua le tautua, a wā le ala le whae nai tangata i le pule, po le suafa matai. Ai a o fo i le tūlanga ua whae ina i le pule. O lana masani po na winga ma ona tiu te tauave, o le tautua. E tautua i lona a inga, tautua i lona nuu, tautua i lona i tu malo, tautua le kalesia, ia e maise o le atunu. O le aunga o le nofo e le maasalafa ma ua vea mapule, o le au au na atu, a e le o le au au na mai. O le winga e alai, o na whataua le pule ma le tautua. Ona o le vai mamau se lumana i manuia, e le ngata o ia lava malona ainga, a le manuia o tangata lau tele. Tangata le nuu o le kalesia ma le atunu. Me o lau tulai mai tala le leia ma reko lea na whaitawina. Ua fesilingia e tangata ai maise lava o taitai i utaia. Le pule ai Yesu na na whai ai ngā luenga te tele o wā venga ma ngā luenga mamana. Ua fesilingia pe whaale atua na pule pe mai tangata. Pe o se pule whaale lalolangi, ia po se pule foi whaale langi. La ta mai lau Yesu, e pe ona wha matalaina e mareko. Na ia tali ai ma tai wha tepa, tai o le lotu i utai. I le pule whaale atua whai mai, o toma na tua le baptisonga Ioane. Le baptisonga Ioane na whaailoa ai, na whanau mai lava Yesu ma baptisoina. O le pule whaale atua, o le pule whaale langi. Aisea, wā le aso na papatiso i pepe i ona runga. O lo ua tali pelele na, i o tau whaalongo i a te ia. O le ala ma whai leo na whai e Yesu, ngā luenga te tele, ma ngā luenga le lei. Na ia wha malolo ina ai le to tele, na mawhai eo na sa vavali pili, pupula ta waso, whawhanga i e mātitiva. Ole ngā luenga na whaavai i le pule whale atua. Whawhita ulin nā waso nei, te na i o tātou tangata o na ole upupule. Wa pule male whaitalia o le tangata lawa ia. O isi taimi ua whaasili au pule, ma ua le manatu ai mole le leilau tele o tangata umba. Ai mantua, o le pule wha Yesu, na afua ilo na whaatuatua i le atua. Na whaavae ilo na wha maoni, malona tau sisia o le amiotonu. Ai na taula mea umba ilo na alofa. Remember that Jesus' authority was based on faith in God, His integrity, justice, honesty, and love. Tātou talo. Whaftaitele le atua i lo wanga le lei malo walofa. Wa e malu pui puia i mato uma, a o mato wanga i mai. A walo mato wha moe moe, a o le toe aso. O a mato uta pena penanga, ia mo whalevelave tūlai mai i lo mato wona. Whaftai i le nei mawhtanga whiawhia, ia mato whanau a onga. Mato i kale sia, o a mato o loto, ma o mato nu. Whaftai lele ie, a wā o mato moli mau le mato ngō whia o lo walofa. Malau tau singa anga le lei lo mato wola. O la mato tatalu, ia e alo whangia i mato uma. Ia o ngā, le nei a o onga wha. E wha vai ia mato tā penanga. Ina ia manuia i mato, ma o matou lava tā pena i pēr, i whaalave lave e te tupu mai lo matou wona. Lo matou te talo, tū mau mai lo wanga le lei ai matou umai leo ngoa. Glorious God, we bless your name for your goodness and wonders of life. For in you and you alone, we live and move and have our beings. For this morning, we place our work and ourselves into your hands. Anoint our creativity, our ideas, our energy, so that even the smallest task may bring you honor. Lord God, when we are challenged, guide us. When we are weary, energize us. May the work that we do and the way that we do it bring hope, life, and courage to the communities and the people with whom we serve. Bless all who are gathered in this Disaster Resilience Summit with wisdom and discernment, our employees with commitment and compassion, our children, our families, and our youth. Bless them with courage and strength. Shape and form each and every one of us here today to be good and responsible stewards and citizens of our respective communities and countries. Rooted in your love, may your face illuminate all activities done in your name. And may your grace, peace, and your love remain with us now and forevermore. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Seated here today. Thank you. It is my pleasure, honor, to introduce our next speaker. She is the program manager for the Coastal Management Program at Department of Commerce. She is none other than Miss Grace Felice. Can we give a hand of applause for Miss Felice?
Go DJs set us up for a Friday kind of spirit vibe, huh? Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Oh, come on, guys. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, guys. Now, I'm going to start you up with a real quick exercise to make sure that you guys are listening. Everybody has to respond correctly, okay? Luapati. Tell Luapati. Luapati. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Thank you. Now, everybody, anybody ever heard of the word volunforced? Volunforced. Some teachers have done that. We've experienced that in the workforce. Now, the best thing about today is not only Sandy and Maxie volunforced me to speak today, they also put me as the last speaker for the summit. So I have been dreading and being nervous the whole week as compared to other speakers. Okay. Just had to put Maxie and Sandy on the spot. Okay. Saya manuia, o te fia whatalo whātul pa ia ma le malu tato fia whaiano poto mai nei tai au. O tau pa ia ma o tau malu o le a o leo o iai. O le a o leo o a wā ua paelango, o mona paelango o le whongo le aso. E maua lunga whaile vi inga man whaftai ta mailangi, ina ua maua le nea wanoa e ona whaasoa tuaile au auna. Ia whaafonga mai ai se iala atu I se tamawhainga I le ngangana whaapera tāminio. So again, good morning and greetings everyone, students and workforce, all our local stakeholders and our federal partners, directors, greetings to you all. It is truly an honor to be here today, to be blessed with the opportunity to share a little bit about the work that I do. And everything that I will be sharing today is not just an individual effort, but if you look to the blue corner on my left, your right, it's a team, it's a collaborative effort of a lot of amazing individuals that work together to do this work. Yes, give a round of applause. And also for all the partners present here since day one of the summit, thank you as well. Your work does not go unnoticed. First and foremost, on behalf of Director Betty T. Matila of the Department of Commerce, we would like to thank Director Lisa and your amazing team for inviting us to be here, as well as having us share about the Department of Commerce and just a little bit about our contribution into building resiliency within our communities. So to our youth, there's a Psalm 1 proverb that goes, "Ele falala fuala niu, e falala onal matangi." If you translate that, the coconut trees does not sway on its own. It sways because of the wind. And basically, it means that things around us impact us. And all the partners present here today, we are here to help impact your lives, shape you into how you can be involved in the initiatives and the efforts to help build resiliency within our communities. So this whole week, I've been praying to God that He speaks through me to you guys to help share an impactful message, to help you take it home, share it with your friends, your classmates, your families, to how you can be a part of the Resiliency Initiative. As stated before, my name is Grace Felice. I'm the Environmental Planner and Program Manager for the Coastal Zone Management Program. And for all our students here, please bear with me as I say a lot of acronyms and be quite alert. Our federal partners are taking as much as you can because like ODAPM, we are also hosting our Coast Weeks in September. Has anyone heard of Coast Weeks? Show of hands. So we are also having some Coast Weeks prizes for you because if I see that you're falling asleep, I'm gonna ask a question and you have to answer right for a prize. Are we good to agree on that? Are we good to agree on that? Okay. So in moving forward, the Department of Commerce, which I will abbreviated with DOC, the acronym, and we're the coastal zone management that is administered under DOC. So the program is funded, federally funded by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is NOAA, N-O-A-A. You can keep notes if you want a prize, okay? So in our department, we have 7 different divisions, all of which uniquely serve their own contribution to building resiliency. But today, I'm mainly going to be talking about our CZM program and our GIS division. The mission of DOC is to improve the quality of life for all the people of American Samoa through economic development and sustainable resource management. Now, in that mission, CZM's role and mission to carry through, this is supporting the mission of the whole department. Our mission is to help protect, preserve, and restore our coastal resources. Does anyone know where in American Samoa is categorized as the coastal zone? By a raise of hand, you'll get a shirt. Anyone want to give it a try? Quick try. No one? Okay, add in $50. Anyone want to give it a try? Okay, this young man over here, you want to give it a try? Where do you think in American Samoa is categorized as a coastal zone?
Get up, please. Can we get a mic here, please? Yeah, come here.
Okay, please state your name, the school you're from, and the village you're from.
My name is Apiliman, and I'm from the village of Tafuna. I think the coastal zone is the Pongo Harbor or Manua area. No?
Are you asking me or are you answering?
I'm answering the question.
Okay, so Pongo Harbor and Manua?
Yeah.
Awesome. Everybody give him a round of applause. And also, I want to hear from one more person who wants to give it a try. One more person want to give it a try? I see him over here. You, my friend, are being volunteered. First-hand experience. You're welcome. What in American Samoa do you feel is categorized as a coastal zone? There is no wrong answers.
Hi, my name is Wilton Malili. I live in the village of Tafuna, and my answer would be same as that guy, Pongo Harbor.
Okay, he said Pongo Harbor. Everybody give him a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, both their answers were correct. Did anybody else raise up their hand? Okay, and moving forward, the coastal zone as defined in our administrative code is all the islands of Tutuila, Aunuu, Manua, and the 2 atolls, Rose and Swains. All of those going into the coastal waters that are labeled in the boundaries of the territorial sea. All that and the submerged lands are designated as the American Samoa Coastal Zone, which basically means everything from the mountains going all the way down to the water, 3 nautical miles out, is under our jurisdiction. So it's basically everything. So if anybody else asks you what is a coastal zone in American Samoa, you can say all the islands and 3 nautical miles out is under our jurisdiction. So it comes up to the next question. What are some of the disasters that we are familiarized with? We're looking at flooding. We're looking at sea level rise that contributes to shoreline or coastal erosion, tsunami, also certain storms or cyclones. Now, fun fact is, American Samoa is experiencing the highest rate of relative sea level rise within the U.S. according to NOAA co-ops. Now, in response to all of these disasters, or even in preparing for disaster recovery, this is the role of Coastal Zone Management Program in contributing to building resiliency and preparing for these disasters. So I'm only going to discuss about 3 subsections. Just a quick, brief overview. One is our project notification review system. This is our land use permitting section. They mainly manage or review all applications that come into our office as far as development. So you need to build a house, you need to do a repair, you need to excavate or clearing. Everything needs a land use permit. Now, the purpose of this is not to dictate how you use your land, how you build. No, the role of the office is to help ensure that our people are developing safely, and as well as we're trying to prevent any adverse impacts to our environment. That is the main issuing of stop work orders for any unpermitted activities. Now, this really helps us manage development as far as we can tell you or share with you that this is within a wetland, this is within a flood zone. This is to help you be informed. Be informed about your decisions that you make about building in a certain area. Because if you build in a wetland, a few years later, your house is gonna sink. If you also build too near to it's comprised of 10 members, 8 agencies throughout American Samoa government that are voting members and 2 that are advisory members, all of which help conduct an environmental review of these projects. Our second one is our GIS division. Anybody ever heard of GIS before? GIS stands for Geographical Information System, and this is one of our very, very useful divisions in our department. They provide mapping support for almost any department that requests it in American Samoa, as well as our federal partners. They are very willing to always help as far as providing tsunami inundation maps. They help provide support to our PNRS system as far as pulling up data layers that help support if there's streams in this area, if there's wetlands in this area, if it's within the flood zones. Our GIS team has those data layers, and for any project that you may have in school as well, they are also willing to help. Now I'm volunteering. This one is quite important because there are 15 wetland villages in American Samoa, and that is throughout Tutuila, Aunu'u, and the Manua Islands. And currently we are doing a wetlands delineation project that actually tries to redraw the boundaries of the wetlands as far as if it's been developed, if it's still pristine, or it's disturbed. See, wetlands, everybody needs to understand that wetlands are natural systems that were created to help us in many ways. Not just with helping hold the water in our lowlands so it prevents flooding, it prevents shoreline coastal erosion. It also holds all the sediments before it goes into our marine habitats. This is very important. And before I move on, while we're on wetlands, I would like to ask Stan to quickly play a video that we have to help emphasize not only on the importance of wetlands, but also on teamwork and how everybody can contribute in resiliency.
I le talaanga o Amerika Samoa, e mana o mia lava lau ele susu. mo le lau usi le lei o le motu, ma le soifua solo le lei o tangata. Lau ele susu, ono fuanga e pā ia ai le lau ele i le vai. Mai tātou whaatau fusi, ai au fia ai ma tātou ala vai. Mai lava i tātou pala tonga tongo, e au fia ai foi ma pala vai. Fast full pasene o fi ngota ma me ola ta aloa e wha moe i le pala. Tātou te pui a tātou mai lo longa ma le la mamala. Ma e wha mamaina sua vai mo i tātou uma. Ai peitai o whai tia a tātou lau ele susu. O nao atinai, wha pēr wha toanga ma le wha o taota. I le tausanga tasi iwa se lau iwa lua. Tolus fu tolu pasene o lau ele susu o wha aleanga ina. La matia ai ma le tele o meola, fi ngota ma la au ola. E wha pongai ai le onga o le tau. O se tasi lea o whaafia tāuli tāua o le nei vai tau. Ai o loo iai le wha moe, pe a whai tātou te ngālu lue nei. Wha tasi tātou te mawhaia o na whausia, puia, ma toe whaafoisia mai tātou to ngā la au. Se i pā ia o ngā sami. E mawhai o na ia le whaititia, ma toe whaola a tātou la ele susu.
All right, thank you. That was like a brief glimpse of the work that we do and how we greatly encourage and engage our communities, especially our youth, in the work that we do, because to keep you informed, raise public awareness, it's always good to always knock on your doors, come in the classrooms. Even if you guys don't want to listen to us, we will always want to share with you guys. So now that I've shared a little bit about our program, I'm going to share a little bit about our projects that are currently going on that relates with resiliency. So with my PowerPoint presentations, I only have 3 projects up there, and 2 are nature-based solution projects. Anybody ever heard of nature-based solutions or NBS? Yes. Has anyone ever heard of NBS or nature-based solutions? Okay, so nature-based solutions are mainly development and uses of nature, biodiversity, or natural processes to help prevent any socioeconomic issues. So for us, we are currently exploring this avenue because we don't want to be limited to just building seawalls, but also have the option to go green or use some. The first two projects that I have up is a living shoreline, and it's mainly of the area. It's adjacent to our Pala Lagoon. And the Pala Lagoon is actually part of the largest wetlands in American sand. So our folks from Nu'uli, you guys have the largest wetland, and if you've seen us around the area, forgive us. We are always trying to use our resources to help manage our area, keep it clean, help provide our plants with our lovely land grant team. They're always there to help provide plants for our coastal stabilization projects. So our first project was actually a living shoreline in there. So if you haven't heard of a living shoreline, it's actually using seagrass along the shoreline area. This is actually the second layer of protection to help stabilize that shoreline. And usually we try to have plants along there. And then the second project is to have an oyster reef as the first layer. So for living shorelines, this one has a lot of benefits with not just helping with flooding, coastal erosion, but as well as providing habitats for our ecosystems, our marine wildlife. So for these specific projects, these are pilot projects, and for all our federal partners in here that would love to support it as well, we are not only underserved in American Samoa, but we are also available as a smaller scale for piloting projects. So any support is appreciated. So the second one is for the oyster reefs, this is where they lay oyster shells along further out in the water. So this will help break the waves and their energy before it actually gets to where the plants are at. So these plants will actually help build up sediments and try to stabilize that shoreline, because if we look at Lions Park, along those small valleys. So along those lines, we are always at Lions Park to try and not only stabilize our coasts with tree planting, but also conducting cleanups. And these are every effort that we can contribute in. So if you look on the screen, that's how the concept works. With the first layer of protection with the oyster reefs, and then it attenuate waves, and then it gets to the second layer with the living shoreline. Stan, you can skip a couple of ones to get to the third one. Like I said, this is the proposed location. And then to our third project, this is the one that's been approved, and we've already established a working group locally to actually help us achieve this goal. And it's actually drafting a coastal resilience plan with an emphasis on nature-based solutions. So we are trying to contract consultants to help us with this, to actually draft a coastal resilience plan throughout the islands of American Samoa, with an emphasis on nature-based solutions to help with our vulnerable shorelines. Okay, enough with the technical talk. Let's go back to our home topic. So, as Samoans, we are quite in sync with our culture. That is our identity. It is who we are. So a major part of your identity is your values, what matters to you, what has been instilled in you, and what you learn on your own as you grow. So now you will learn a lot going around the room with all the different experts from different jurisdictions, different departments, who are working diligently to help promote resiliency within our communities. But I also want you to take what you know right now, before you go there. Take what you know. Take what you know as far as the land that you live on. You eat plants, fruits, vegetables that grow on the land. Who eats taro, banana, papaya, mangoes? By a raise of hand. Everybody does. We eat from the plants on our lands. We also eat fish and a lot of sea creatures from our oceans and our waters. In your airways is the very air that helps you breathe and live is provided by the plants and the trees on our lands. So if you think about it, you should value that. You should appreciate that. In entirety, you should actually value it more because it is a part of who you are. So in moving forward, you should know that we, all the federal and the local partners in here that are gonna share information with you, we cannot do it alone, building resiliency in communities. You should recognize that another most important partner in this room is you. And you should also get involved and play your part in building resiliency. So in one of the speakers we had earlier in this week was Basil Otley from OIA. And he was a spokesperson at one of our self-care events. And he asked the question, what is the difference between leadership and management? Can I have a brave student raise their hand if they want to share about that? What is the difference between leadership and management? You want to give it a try? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Olo.
Talofa. My name is Pelu Man. I think the difference between leadership in management is that leadership has to do with like how are you going to demonstrate good poise and character as a leader to influence the subordinates under your command to carry out a given objective, while management is like how are you going to be able to like you know how to allocate resources and you know how to direct people to carry out an objective, but there's no you do not connect with your subordinates on a more personal level.
All right, thank you so much. Everybody gave him a round of applause. Thank you so much. He really touched on most of it, but the best thing that Basil quoted about that, the difference between those two, is management focuses on doing things right, while leadership focuses on doing the right things. And the right things, doing the right things, it doesn't require you to have a job. It doesn't require you to have a degree. You can always start now by doing the right things. And it could be simple actions like picking up your trash, conserving electricity, turn off the light. If you turn off the light, you're being very what? Very mindful. Very, very thoughtful. Yes. So it's simple actions like that. Even going to land grant, learning about the plants, going to the Department of Agriculture, even grabbing plants to go plant at your house. Simple actions like that, even reaching out to the departments. How can we be a part of your efforts? Or how can they be a part of your efforts or a potential environmental project that you have? We are always willing to help. So just to conclude this very long speech, building resilience in our communities take teamwork. It's a collective effort. And we need everyone, regardless of your capacity, to be aware and do your part. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope everyone enjoys their day. Thank you, Director Lisa.
Come on, guys, yeah. I feel it, I feel it. Yeah, yeah. All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I know that was your great applause for our great speaker, Miss Grace Felice. And I want you guys to give her a cheer because she's a youth. She used to sit right where you're sitting, and you guys are the true leaders, upcoming leaders of our community. What is our theme? Say, come on, I cannot hear you. What is our theme? That's right. It is our responsibility. So you guys are going to go to college and come back and be just like Grace Felice, giving back, because disasters can happen anytime. And what? We are more prepared because of leaders, young, aspiring leaders right here. Right? So when I say, Tatolumai, what do you guys say? That's right. I want you guys to give Miss Felice a big choo choo choo. Tatolumai, tatolumai. Tatolumai, tatolumai. Oh, kalele lavoling choo choo choo. Come on, guys, you're louder than that. Tatolumai, tatolumai. Thank you very much. I am truly honored you are all here today. But it is my great honor and with much respect that I call upon the chairman of the Hazard Mitigation Council, which ODAPM is the coordinator of, which brought everyone to here today with our summit. He is also the chairman of American Samoa Resilience Commission, who gathers all of us leaders to come together to share about policies and ideas on how that we can prepare for the climate change issues. He is also the governor's authorized representative, the GAR. When disasters are federally declared, there's only one person that signs everything to be approved for all of our disaster expenditures. He's the one that authorizes all of that. And with much respect, I introduce Honorable La'apui Talawenga Eleasalova Lele Ale. That's right. Honorable Lieutenant Governor of American Samoa.
Good morning. Fatalo fatu le paia male malu wa fiel nei aso. Paia o le atunu mamalu o le kalesia e mesele malo manatu o le nunu atu fatini o tausala. Mese foi le paia o matua o mfaio na lava mai le nei tae au. I see Siliaita Tolfa now. I want to say Ta'alofa and greetings to the future of American Samoa. Sa'o. And I also like to thank your principals and teachers for giving you the opportunity to join this summit. This is the third year that we've held this summit here in American Samoa. Much thanks to Director Lisa Tuato'o and her team. It is very important for us living in American Samoa in a small place to have an appreciation and a basic understanding of what to do when disaster hits our shores. It's very important that even you, our students, our children, our young ones, our future leaders, have a basic understanding of what to do so that we don't freak out. That's the worst thing to do when there is a hurricane or a tsunami, is for us to freak out. So hopefully during this visitation by you all, that you will get to see and talk to some of the experts in the field of disaster management, disaster prediction, and just understanding what to do when a hurricane or a cyclone or even a health scare like COVID-19. Do we all remember what happened when COVID hit? It was not good. We were all scared. We were hiding inside our houses and getting bored. And we've learned a lot of things from the COVID experience. So I want to encourage you students, when we break and you are given the opportunity to visit the different booths, to talk to the people who are here. We have experts from, like I said, from the field, different fields involving disaster management. We have our Red Cross people here. Let's give a hand to Red Cross. Red Cross is one of those agencies that they just appear like magic. When after a storm happens, they just show up. Le Red Cross malako muenga vula ia malako kula ya mena molia toilenga faftai Red Cross. Thank you for your service to our people. Also here is FEMA. This is the FEMA table over here. FEMA is one of those agencies too that they just they're like magic, like Superman. But it's very important for us to talk to these people. Do you know that FEMA has a special program called the FEMA Reserve? You should ask them about that, because that's a program that it could be FEMA Corps. Yes. It's like the Army Reserve, but it's for FEMA. So talk and ask some questions about that. See if that will be something that you are interested in becoming a part of. We have the Coast Guard. We have the Army Reserve. Yeah. And we also have the Army Corps of Engineers. Who wants to be an engineer when you grow up? Yeah. Yeah, we need a lot of you. We need a lot of engineers here. We need a lot of doctors and lawyers and things like that. So talk to the Corps of Engineers and get some information on how you can continue your studies and what kind of areas that you should be focusing on so that you can become an engineer and then you can return and work for us here in American Samoa. Mangel kung e fia moli atu foi le nganga whaftai I le malua le au whainga luenga ua tātou whangurenga le tua o tātou whatasi le nei aso whamalo whaftai le awai mai whamalu ma whataua le aso mo tātou tupulanga. This is an opportunity for you, students of American Samoa. Make the best of it. Talk to people, ask questions, and learn as much as you can from this experience and understand that it is what? It is our community. Our community. Ya nga. Whamanuia tele le atua ia te o tōt whanau, manuia le nei aso, manuia le whatonu mo tātou umo whatasi le lofo le tua, soifua.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Honorable Lieutenant Governor Lapui, for those words of wisdom and encouraging our youth to come back and serve our community, because we are all we get, and we are all each other that come together during times of disasters, during, before, and after in the recovery phase. And that concludes our program. That concludes our activity for the morning, but this is now open to outreach booths. So we have the federal partner families, we have the local partners, they're all our emergency response agencies and support, emergency support function agencies. Please go to every booth. Do not miss the American Red Cross, FEMA, and all of our federal partners, because they took a lot to come here to help you to answer all of your questions. So please have a great time. Afterwards, Olo will call on your school to make a line to grab your morning breakfast and lunch, and then you may proceed to outside while we reserve the room for all our other schools. Thank you once again. Go with God and stay safe. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for our director, Lisa Tuato. Okay, that was the announcement. Please, teachers and chaperones, please, I need you to gather your group. I want you to have your students to be in groups, not them wandering off. So, as director said, we also have the American Red Cross, the FEMA, the ASTICA, the Department of Human and Social Services, our military branches here, the Department of Health, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Search and Rescue, Office of Procurement, the Department of Youth and Women, Department of Commerce, and the Department of Marine and Wildlife. Please do enjoy, and I will be calling each one of the schools for our lunch. Have fun and get ready to learn.
If I may have Tafuna High School start on the with Red Cross, and then all the other schools go around the circle. Thank you.
Okay, we'll have Leone to start off with Africa. This school will start off with the social services. Don't forget, we also have the American Samoa Community College land grant and the Department of Education. And I do apologize for the Department of Public Works. The dial-a-ride is also here.
J-Rex Music.